for greatness, I promise perfection. Mama birthed the king, immaculate conception. I survived in the darkness and the shadows of death. And through all that I prospered, they formed every weapon. But I came so thorough, never changed my wardrobe. Took every scar with honor, I was raised in the burrow. Now I'm giving to me from the belly of the beast. I'm just paying respects, I'm just speaking my piece.
All right, what's up, everybody? I'd like to welcome y'all to episode 3 of the Quality Time podcast. It's your boy Quay hosting, and today I got one of my homeboys, one of my dogs up here, who is an avid CrossFit enthusiast, and I wanted him to speak to us and speak to our culture and just give us some feedback, his opinions, and things like that on some of the things that he has got and has taken away from CrossFit since he's been on this journey. His name is Hayes. I call him Hayes Cheese, but his real name Molonza Hayes. Some accolades that he's had while he's been doing CrossFit. In 2019, he participated in the Granite Games team event. In 2020, he competed in the Myrtle Beach Throwdown. Also in 2020, the Crash Crucible. In 2021, the CrossFit Open quarterfinals. And one of the stats that I think is the dopest, once I received and found out, was out of 7,500 men in North America, he was ranked the 469th fittest North American male. So I think that is some real dope shit. So I think with accolades like that you are more than qualified to speak on something that I know nothing about and that a lot of people may know nothing about in our culture. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Molonza Hayes. What's going on, man?
Yeah, what up, bro? What up?
Not much. Again, appreciate you for joining me. Try not to be too long, but I do want to get some information from you, for myself, for the culture, for people that just don't really know about CrossFit. Because again, we hear about it, we see it on TV, but when you're looking at it, you don't really see a lot of us out there.
No, not at all.
It's like, all right, I see it. You can't deny that they're not in shape, but it's like, I don't really know how do you get into it. So the first question I have is, what is CrossFit and how long has it been around?
So CrossFit started in year 2000. It was like a garage thing. At first, it's just like this dude named Greg Glassman. He just got people together. And the whole goal was just like trying to eliminate chronic disease in North America. Like the biggest COVID going on right now, and everybody going crazy about that. But the biggest killer is like chronic heart disease, obesity, shit like that. So like the goal of CrossFit was just to like work on eliminating that through like functional fitness, just like intensity of working, like helping people do workouts in the gym that translate into their real life. And like something simple as carrying a 24-pack of water, like something you do in the gym with a sandbag could translate to you having to carry that water to the 3rd flight of stairs in your apartment complex. And like shit like that, it just translated to life. So it's life's fitness, really.
All right, I got you. So what made you want to get into it? Like what made you say, I think this is something I want to attack and see how it goes?
I think it was 2018. I was hooping. So 2018, I was playing basketball for Fort Carson. We went to the national championship and all that shit. And then I was like, man, I ain't getting no better, like hooping wise. I ain't like investing my time into getting better to go all Army. So I was like, let me start working out. So my homeboy sent me a body. It's called functional bodybuilding. It's CrossFit, but just like a lower level. So I did that for like a 12-week program. And then I was like, shit, I'm pretty good at it because I'm already athletic. I was like, so I might as well just take that next leap and just like jump into like full-on competitive CrossFit. So I just been doing that shit ever since.
All right. So when you did that, it was like you automatically said, I'm going to do this competitively.
Yeah, that was my goal. Like when I joined my first gym I went to, the owner, he asked me, he was like, what's your goal of being here? And I was like, man, I want to be as competitive as possible. Like if I can reach that like top tier, which is the CrossFit Games, if I can get there, I want to give myself an opportunity to get there. Like I don't want to just come in here and work out just for fun.
All right, got you. Do you think having that mentality of I want to compete in this and not just work out, do you think that made a big difference for you?
Yeah, because me setting that like competitive goal, because I don't like being like mediocre like that shit, and I don't like people being better than me. Because it was like when I joined that gym, it was dudes in there that I knew like weren't more athletic than me. Like they flat out, if I knew what they knew and like had the time invested that they did, I would be better. And I didn't fuck with that at all. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna like dive into this. I'm gonna invest my money, my time, my knowledge, like everything I can to like get as much as I can out of this. I'm gonna pour into it because this is my bucket. Like I'm not hooping was my bucket. I put hooping to the side. So this is all I got now. So I might as well just dive into it.
All right, gotcha. So I did, I looked over it. I've seen it you said since 2000, so almost 21 plus years now. So doing research, you find out things about it. They have these things called WODs or workouts of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were going to talk to me, say I'm a beginner, I want to start. Like, what is the typical workout of the day for somebody that's it's their first time wanting to get into CrossFit?
So if you go to a gym or you got like a workout for yourself at home, it's gonna consist of a warm up that like prime you, get you going, get you sweating. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have a strength portion, which would be like back squat, front squat, cleans, whatever the strength like is for the day, and then you'll have a WOD. The WOD is literally just the workout. It could be like every minute on a minute you complete this amount of reps of whatever movement. It could be like 20. You got 20 minutes to complete all of these movements that they give you, like just get all the work done. Or they got these things called AMRAPs. So if I just say, all right, we got 12 minutes on the clock and you got to do 10 deadlifts, 10 burpees, and run a 200-meter run. You got 10 minutes to do as much of that as possible. Like ain't no rep count, like ain't no limit to it. When the clock hits 0, the workout over. So that's just like, that's what WODs are. It's just like, just the work.
Okay, gotcha. So one question that, comes up, as you hear about this and you talk to different people about it is it safe? Or what about people get injured? People always say, well, that seems like that would hurt somebody more than help them. So what are your opinions on that?
I hate when people say that shit, to be honest with you, because I can get hurt walking outside. I got 3 steps that lead to my driveway. I could break my fucking ankle doing that. Like, so anything that you do wrong, your risk, like the more wrong it is, the higher the risk factor is. So what I tell people is if you want to learn something the right way, you find the right teacher. Like, because the athlete is only going to be as good as his coach. And if your coach is shitty, then you're going to be shitty and you're going to get hurt. Right. But if you find a coach that knows his shit, he's invested in it, and he actually care about you, your health, and keeping you safe, then like, it's like, because I ain't been hurt. Matter of fact, I remember that lie. I fractured my wrist one time and it was all my fault. And when I did it, I knew it was my fault. Ever since then, I ain't had an injury since. Like, and that was 2 years ago.
So, and you say it was all your fault. So that was like, you knew, okay, this happened because I did technique wrong, or I did this workout wrong.
Yeah, literally, yeah. And when I did it, as soon as it hit, I said, you stupid. Like, and because I told myself before, like, maybe this next set too heavy. You going for something that you don't really know you got. You could just stop right here. And I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna go anyway. That was all me. Like, no, that's no blame on anybody else in the gym. That was me and my ego. So when people talk about injury, like the biggest cause of injuries in the gym is ego. Like, so the number one thing anybody tell you about CrossFit is leave that shit at the door. Because the ego will get you hurt in here. Like, if you don't know something, you're not just gonna, like, you ain't just gonna be able to walk in here and do it. I don't care who you are. Right. Like, you ain't just be able, you might be able to do some of it, but you ain't be able to do like the maximum efficiency, and you ain't be able to do it right. So if you can leave your ego to the side and just accept that you at a lower level and accept that is your bottom and you can grow from there, then you won't get hurt.
Gotcha. So it's all about you knowing who you are and being secure with knowing I don't know. I don't know what I don't know, and I'm not finna just go here like me. I'm not finna walk in the gym with you and just do whatever you do, because I don't know about everybody else that might watch this. I know for a fact I'm not finna do any of the stuff I see you do on a daily basis. I'll start me at ground zero so I can understand what you're doing, so that way I can build myself up to that.
And you can progress on your own. It's all about running your own race.
Right.
Like, and people that get hurt fucking being there watching other people and like dictating what they do based off what they see from other people, like comparing themselves, like, I should be in his shoes. Like, nah, you and yours. So just deal with what you can deal with.
Right. And that all that leads me to the next question, like how, and I'm gonna continue to use myself as the new example or the new person wanting to join. How do I know, like how do I figure out where to start? Like if I just say, all right, tomorrow I want to start this CrossFit journey to see where I can go. Maybe not to be competitive like you, but just to, get in shape and work out and be healthy. How do I walk in and say, all right, this is where I started?
It's literally it's just that, like, you wake up in the morning and you say, today is the day I'm gonna go in there. So I'm sponsored by this company called No Better Time, and their whole like moniker and like background is just saying like tomorrow is never gonna be a better day. Like you can't put a date on the calendar and say that's gonna be the best day of the year for me to do this. So if you like decide that you want to start doing CrossFit tomorrow, like wake up, put your fucking shoes on, and go in there tomorrow. And the rest is there. Like the rest of it will handle itself. But there's like without that initial like dedication to going in there, because the simplest thing you can do is drive your car to the gym. You walk in there, ask for the owner, shake their hand, say, hey, I never done this shit before, but I want to try it.
Right.
Simple. They'll put you right. And they're not gonna throw you into a class full of me's that like fucking like discourage you and make you look like most CrossFit gyms, damn near all of them, I think it's by law, it's called on-ramp. So it's like at least a week course of like teaching you the basics, like the bottom level basics, really to keep you from getting hurt. So right. When you go out there to the class and they doing certain stuff, you might not be able to do the weight that they doing, or like you might not even be able to do tens on the bar. But if you can't do the empty bar right, you still gonna get hurt. But in the on-ramp class, they teach you like positioning and all the like the terminology and everything you need to know to set you up for that long-term success.
All right, gotcha. And then so off of that, so I come in, I start working out. How do you like? What is your motivation of like consistency? Because I see sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know when this dude sleep. Because every time I go, social media, you in the gym, and it'll say 30 minutes ago, and then I'll come back on an hour, and it'll say 10 minutes ago, and you got on a whole new workout outfit. So I'm like, he just went back to the gym. So how do you stay on like the consistency thing? Because I know for me and for a lot of us, that's the major thing. Like we'll work out, and then after a while it'll start to taper off. So how do you stay as consistent as you do?
For me personally, it's just that but like I said earlier, I don't like not being good at something. So like when I find out that I'm not good at something, it consumes me. Like it consumes my mind. I'll go in there and dream about it. Like when I found out I couldn't do handstand push-ups or something, like I came home and I was up against the wall. I was watching YouTube videos like that shit. And that drives my next day. Like my next day is like a step towards fixing that like deficiency that I got in my game. Cause me personally, I compete so CrossFit is a sport, but functional fitness is the lifestyle. So you could live the functional fitness lifestyle and just work out to be fit and live a lifelong of health. But you don't gotta be a CrossFit athlete competitively. Like they not like in the same ball, because the people that do what I do like dedicate hours versus somebody that just want to be healthy and just be in shape. They got a class is an hour and they go along about their day. So if you want to like be on this side with the competitive shit, like you got to be willing to like dedicate time, like sleep, freedom, like the shit that everybody else go out there and do on the weekends. Like you got to be able to say, nah, I ain't fucking with that. I got this to do tomorrow. Like I literally just had to do that. So I got invited out Friday, right? And I was like, shit, I want to go. They was talking about drinking. I was like, I can go over there. I can have one drink. I might drink two, but I ain't going to be up all night partying and shit. Because I don't even do that no more. So then I was like, all right, I got a competition next Saturday. I'm supposed to work out with my partner tomorrow in the morning. I got to make this sacrifice and not do that so I can be the best version of me in training with my partner, because he depended on me to help him make this money. Because I don't know what he need this money for that we competing for. So he need me to be like on top of my shit. And if I sacrifice that for fun, then I'm hurting me and him. Right. So it's really just like who you are as a person. You'll find out though. Like you'll find out if that shit is for you or not.
Gotcha. So before I go into the next actual question that I want to ask, what is a typical, like for you right now at this stage, even not even leading up to your event, but just a normal day of you like working out, like time you start, wake up, and like just throughout the day?
So I still gotta go to PT, but my unit is so cool with me like doing this that they let me do my programming through like during PT. So I might have to do like some running, like morning usually consists of like some cardio shit, like running. I might do some rowing or something like that. It's just gonna be like an hour worth of work, just like building my lung capacity. And then I go to work all day, get off work, and then I go for the second session at the gym. And most of the time, that's like when I do the weightlifting and like the class, the basic wall shit. Like I got to warm up. I might do one or two different lifts, and then I do. And what difference is for me, it ain't just one wad. It'll be like three. Like I do one that got however much time allotted to it. I take a rest, drink some water, and then I got to do another one, and then do another one. And that's just like the days of the days.
Gotcha. And so for that second session, about if you say you got to do three, about how long does it usually take?
I get there around 6:30, like 6:15, and I'll be out there about 8. So the second session usually run like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh,
but it's more bad. So about, but I say I be in there bullshit, like, cause I got people that I talk to and shit in there. My kids be there. So I use that time at my kid's mother be there. So I use that time as like, cause we all work out. So we use that as like the family time too, in the midst of us working out.
Got you. And since you've been, so consistent, it's like, the time is cool for you. Cause you still, all right, it's not going to take me as long as it would take, say, me, because I'm a beginner. So you can still, I go in there and try to do that. I might be in there till 10 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can still do all that and get out in a decent time. So that's a good one. This next question is actually, one of the meat of the questions of why I actually wanted you on it. Is how do you think that CrossFit would benefit the African-American community? Since, as we said earlier, we look at it on TV or, go in those gyms, and it's not a lot of us doing it, not even competitively, but just in general. We see a lot of people, and I'm guilty too of, if I go to the gym, all I know is, you bench, you squat, and, a treadmill or something like that, and you go home. Yeah. So why do you think this would be a better benefit or help the African-American community more?
I think from my experience, from what I'm learning, is like us as Black people, we victims of what we don't know. So like when people see CrossFit, they see the sport and all of that shit. But like, since I've been doing it, I learned so much about the different avenues of health and fitness overall that just come from, like, I pay for the membership of being in the gym, but the knowledge that I gain from just basic conversation with all these different people in that space is free. And I network more with Black people, white people all over the place in different avenues of like health and welfare that teach me like shit that I had never heard of before. Like, I never knew about like sleep efficiency, like the different levels of nutrition. And if I would have never been in the CrossFit space, I would have never got that. Because I know people that work out at your basic gyms every day. They work out the same amount of time I do. But when I try to have these conversations with them, they can't have them because they're not privy to this information. So I think us like being it, because me personally, I think CrossFit is the pinnacle of fitness. Like, because I can be strong as fuck, I can run fast, I can run 10 miles, I can jump high, I can do all of this in the same space, as opposed to all the other avenues of fitness. You gotta pick one. Like you gotta be strong, you either gotta be swole as fuck, or you want to run fast, you gotta be skinny. Like this is like that ball that everything is in one. So if Black people can like just step out of their comfort zone, because that's what I did, because I was the only nigga in the gym when I got there. Like if you could just step out your comfort zone for a month, you will see the change in your life. Just offer information. It'll just intrigue you so much more to want to know like what the fuck, like what is he drinking? What's she putting in her bottle? And then you ask her and you find like, oh, so what does that do? Like it just being in that space opens up 1,000 conversations that I've never had before in regular spaces.
Got you. So getting out of our comfort zone and doing something different, stepping out on faith, whatever you want to call it. That's what you say is like just try something different that you haven't done before, that, you know, but there's proof showing that, hey, if you try this and you stick to it and you're consistent, you can see the benefits of it.
Yeah.
But like you said, we're so used to being, hey, this is what you do. If you want to run, you focus on running. If you want to be strong, you focus on being strong. And, you know, this is like the Thanos glove of everything all in one. And you can, boom, you know, and, you know, like me and you, we've had different conversations offline and everything about it. And like, I follow you, you know, I see you on social media, whatever. And that's why I had to have you on. I told you as soon as I started this, like, I'm gonna have you on for some content. And I wanted it to be, you know, right here early up front. You know, this is the third episode. I said this, I gotta have him on now, because especially, you know, the pandemic, we don't know how things are ever gonna be going forward. And the main thing that was brought up when this hit was, you know, health. You know, how's your health? And to see, like, okay, you know, like me, I'm not gonna lie to nobody that know me. Like, I hate working out. Like, I hate working out, but I know, like, in order for me to sustain the level of, you know, work or just life period that I want, I gotta work out. And you have those trial and errors in the gym, and he's like, man, I keep doing the same stuff, the results don't come. And seeing you over time is like, I seen from, you know, the beginning to now, and I'm like, man, like,
nigga, trash. I was trash.
Like, and now I see you. Now I see you. That's why I said when I read, you know, that 469 fittest North American, like that one knocked me out. Like, damn, like, I don't care how many people it is. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's something can't nobody take away from you.
Like 2,400 out of 153,000. Like, in the world, I'm like 2,400.
Yeah, like
can't nobody. And I ain't never see that shit for myself. I was like,
and that's
that
why,
shit
like,
shocked me.
Like, and like now I'm like, if I see somebody that's went from 0 to now, and you got the stuff to back it up, because, you know, everybody always want to say, well, how he know? How can she tell me what to do if they this? But, well, if the stats speak for themselves, like, this is record data that we read off, and to me, I was like, I want to take that information. If nobody else get the information, I want the information. But I know this is something that a lot of people, they hear, and, you know, they might overlook it or whatever. But I'm like, nah, this is something that got to be, like, we got to document it, because you did it. Like, I never knew nobody before you that did CrossFit at all, let alone competitive. You know, now it's like, well, I know somebody I can reach out to, I can hit up whenever and be like, hey, I need this information, or what do you think about this? And it's legit information, because you got the proof is in the pudding. And like, that says a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me personally, that says a lot. So if I don't do anything else, I gotta salute you on that, because that's big. And I don't wish you anything else but more success as you get, you know, more and more into this, because you got forever to finish, keep doing this. Yeah. So there's no telling where you can go from this point on. I know I got a little off track, but I had to put that out there. And again, like, our community is important to me, just like I know it's important to you. And we don't get these talks. We don't get this information. You can't just go, you know, to the person next door, like, you don't get them. You don't know. But when you find it, you got to tap into it. That's what it's there for, you know? So
because we so big on, like, keeping shit. Like,
exactly.
Motherfuckers feel like they know some shit and they got to hold it in. Like, nah, this like shit like this is that thing that we've been waiting on, like, exactly. Health, like, because the Black community is the community that struggle with health the most, like chronic disease, diabetes, all that bullshit that nobody else deal with. We die faster than everybody else, but genetically we're the strongest people on earth. Like, right. The shit don't make sense, and that's because we don't have I feel like, personally, it sound crazy, but I feel like we were purposely, like, kept away from this knowledge. Like, they say, like, if you want to keep something from a nigga, put it in the book. I think that shit, it's not, it ain't no, like, the shit on us too, because we didn't search for it. But now that it's available, everybody got a phone in their hand. Like, everything I learned is off my phone and my iPad. Like I just dig deep. Like, if I click on something and it take me somewhere and I read a word I don't know, I'm like, fuck, now I gotta find out what that word means. And, like, now I'm, like, down a rabbit hole. It's 2 hours later, but I done learned the boatload worth of shit. We gotta, like, be more cognizant of wanting to learn, because we make everything else cool. We the fucking fad pushers of the earth. Like, everybody want to be us, So why not make this that fucking thing that everybody want to be? Why like life and long living health? Not like why that ain't the fad.
Facts.
Like, that's
why it's not as cool as everything else. Like,
yeah.
Exactly. That's a fact. Like you said, we the fast setters, the trend setters, like we make the culture move regardless. So like this health is, and you like, again, you know, we had different conversations, and of course you've had conversations with other people, and for some reason when you start to talk about health in our community, like if you don't just accept what it is, like you're going against the grain, and people feel like you treating them wrong, or you coming down on them. But it's like, nah, like I'd rather every year we get told that our age, our life expectancy
getting shorter, and we the only ones.
Exactly. So I'm like, if we know this information, like it's no reason. Like I got kids, I got a son, I know you got kids. Like it's no reason for me to be told over and over, hey, you know, your health is dependent, or your life expectancy is dependent upon your health. So if you don't want to get healthy, just expect that the longer you live, the shorter you live. To me, that's crazy. Just be like, oh well, whatever, fuck it. Like, man, I want to.
And that's really what people do.
Yeah, like I want to be around to see my son grow up and be able to go outside and enjoy him growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to still get on the basketball court and just
bust his ass. Hey, when I'm 40, I'm trying to be out there.
And I see it everywhere. Like you see it everywhere, because you like when you look at stuff, like as I was doing like research on this, and you see some of the participants, whatever, and it's like, yeah, he 37, he 38, she 35. Like it's not
they look 19.
Like you don't got to be 19. Like all it takes is, like you said, that start and that getting active and doing it, and that knowledge. Like I don't know, like I've always been a seeker of knowledge. That's why I always, if I see something I don't know, I might hesitate about it, or but I'm gonna find out. And like I said, when I saw you actually get into it and it sustained, I was like, I seen the gradual like change. I was like, and I already had this program in mind. I was like, once I get up and running, I gotta have bro on, because I see he has the knowledge, and I gotta get that knowledge for me and for everybody around me. And one thing you said was, like we said, the health and our people, whatever. And you were saying, like, when you go to the gym and you will see somebody and say, well, what is that he's drinking, or what's that she's putting in her body? That leads me to like, how important is the nutrition part of this? Like, because, you know, we from the South, we love to eat. Black people in general, we love food. That's always the hardest thing. Like, I love to eat. So how do you balance that with working out?
So CrossFit got a pyramid, and nutrition is that first, like the bottom layer. If you don't change nothing else and you don't progress nowhere else up here, you gotta like change this. So like me personally, I still eat out and shit. Like I ain't gonna die eating kale. Like that just ain't that. I ain't finna get no car accident, and the last thing I ate was some bullshit. So I still eat out and like eat how I want to, but I don't like do it repetitively. So like I think that's the biggest thing, because like there's no such thing as bad food, in my opinion, because all food fuels the body. Like whatever you take in is needed for you to like live for the next day. But there's a such thing as like eating nasty repetitively. Like if I go to McDonald's tonight, I can't go to McDonald's in the morning, get the breakfast and then the lunch, and then eat it again at dinner. Now you wildin'. But you can eat. I ain't never told nobody like don't go like go eat a pizza and feel bad about it, because that's what people think. Like they think if you eat some shit, you got to go like work it off. Like fuck no, you ate it. That's done now. But if you feel bad about it, don't eat the shit no more. But don't like kill yourself for your desires. You just got to find a way to fit what you want to eat into your daily lifestyle. Like if you want to eat, if you know at night you want to eat this fucking Texas Roadhouse country fried chicken and shit, then put that in your shit for the night. But what you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner need to be like in moderation, so you can have that big meal that night.
Got you.
Like,
do you? So with that type of plan you said, because I mean I try to eat the same way. I don't eat a lot of like bad food. Like that's just me in general. Like again, we all indulge in what we indulge in. Like I had pizza last night because I sat here and watched UFC. But like you know what I'm saying. Like for the majority, I always try to like just monitor what I eat, because I don't eat a lot of different stuff anyway. But do you like go as far as like count your calories and macros and Is it that detail? Is that only because of the competitive, like you do it competitively? So if you just were doing it and to maintain your health, would you still do it the same way, or would you just monitor what you eat?
No, I honestly don't think I would. Like if I was just like trying to live everyday life, I think I would be aware of like what I'm eating and shit, but I wouldn't go as deep as to like wanting to know like exactly what's in what I'm eating. Because this is such that you can eat good, but you can still eat too much of whatever is like whatever you eating. Like if people think I'm gonna go get a salad, you can overeat a salad,
right.
and it had the same effects on you as a fucking cheeseburger.
Right.
So like for me with the counting macros and shit, it's just me knowing like exactly where like what I'm eating now, because that's gonna dictate what I can eat later on. Like what I said, like if I know I want to eat something, like I got an app I use. If I know I got Texas Roadhouse on my mind for dinner tonight, I'll go ahead and plug that shit in there for dinner. And then it'll tell me just how much shit I got left for breakfast and lunch, and that third meal that I gotta have, I eat at like 3:00 after lunch. Like that'll let me know just how much fuck around room I got for the rest of my day based off what I'm craving at night. But you can still eat, but you just gotta like know what's going on. Like you can't just be blind eating, because blind eating you end up fat.
Right. And again, like all this tied back in, like if you want to be healthy, because that's what, regardless of if you choose to do CrossFit or, you just walk, whatever, if your main goal is health, you got to work on all aspects of it. You can't just say, I'm going to do this, because what you put in your body, like you said, it's fuel, regardless of what it is. And your body got to have fuel to work out. Like you can't just don't eat or try to, feel like you're going to starve yourself, because now you hurting yourself on the workout side because you don't got enough energy. Exactly. If you had to tell a beginner, like just like some advice of, how to go about it, how would you, like, what would you tell them? Like just somebody who you just meet, or somebody that watched this video and says, all right, I want to do this. I think, I like the information he gave. Now I want to give this a try. What would be that one, piece of advice off top that you would give them?
Just don't be intimidated. Like it's an intimidating environment. Like if you go in there, people doing especially if you've never seen it before, people doing a bunch of shit you never seen at a high clip. You see people falling all over the ground, they suffering. Don't be intimidated by it. Like embrace the unknown, because that's really all it is, the unknown and the unknowable. Like embrace it, embrace that you don't know what's like you don't know what's going on, and use that as an opportunity to learn. Like don't go in there like, all right, I'm not, because I see people all the time say like, I'll come in there and I do it, but I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that and I ain't gonna do this. Like don't do that. Just go in there, be an open book, tell them I don't know nothing about fitness at all. I never worked out a day in my life, and be open to whatever they offer you, but don't be like scared.
Gotcha. Don't be scared. That's for everybody that's gonna watch this. That's the main, that one piece of advice. Don't be scared. Don't just because you don't know it, don't accept it. Like be open and willing to understand and take in that knowledge of somebody who knows more about it than you do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now this I'm gonna toss the ball to you about it again, because like I said, I wanted to have you on to talk to our community about this. So what would you say, what would you like to say to our community in general about why we should look more into our health and fitness?
Like I think genetics like play a large role, like hereditary diseases. Like you could think about your kids. Like, so everything I do got like my kids in mind. And with that, I try to like mirror this great image as perfect as I can be. Even though I'm not perfect, I try to be that so my kids can see it. And like they see me and they see their mother working out. Like I'm trying to breed that care for life into them, because then that life and that care goes to the next generation and next generation. Because it's not about me, I'm not gonna be here forever. But that knowledge, the want to, the drive, all of that shit can be passed on. And if you look at it like that, like you could save 1,000 lives, even if you just save one. If you got care and drive and like for health and wellness, and I reach you, maybe you reach somebody. Now we got 3 people. And then the third, like, and now you passing it on. And everybody knows somebody. So word of mouth is the biggest like advertiser. So if you care about fitness and you like, that's why I never stop talking about this shit. People, I make motherfuckers mad about this shit, but I'm not gonna stop talking about it because I genuinely care about it and I see like where it's fucking us up as people.
Right.
Like I can see how it's killing us and all this shit. So I genuinely care about it. I'm gonna push it on people. And if I reach one, I reached one dude, him and his wife both started doing it. They've been doing CrossFit for like a year now. She probably pushing that shit on somebody she knows. Like I'm just trying to like be that driving force that the white people had. Cause this shit started in a garage and it was a dude and his homeboy. And now it's 10 million people doing CrossFit from 2 people. So but somewhere in that chain, that shit skipped us.
Skipped us, yep.
Like that shit, that's the part I don't like. Somewhere in that chain, because they CrossFit preach this community shit. But if you don't got no black people in your community, then what? Like then it's just gonna skip us. So now I'm here, I know this shit, and y'all my community, I'm gonna make sure this information get put out to us. So we get that same opportunity to see 100 years just like the rest of these motherfuckers.
Facts. That was like you explained that, perfect. Like, like you can be that, for our community now. So in 20 years, people can look back and now we have a larger community of African American or black and brown people just in general focus on their health, CrossFit, functional fitness, whatever it may be in that spectrum, and it could all go back to. Well, I remember, I watched that, the podcast, and I took it and ran with it. And again, like, let me say this to everybody, like, it's not an easy journey. I'm sure you can attest to that. It's been days where you was like, man, fuck this gym,
fuck this shit,
like, fuck all this shit.
Yeah.
But that comes with anything we do. You know what I'm saying? I always try to have that outlook on life. Like, if it was easy, everybody would do it. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for anything that you may personally say, man, this is hard, or I don't feel like doing this. It's a reason why it's hard and you don't feel like doing it, because it's only made for those who can deal with that moment. That's the moment that matters. It's not it's not when you're standing on the podium getting your medal. It's the hours that you're putting in the gym that you like, fuck, man, I could be at home right now. I could be out chilling with my peoples, but now I gotta make that sacrifice, like you said, and go from there. So that's the biggest part. Again, like I think, personally, just by even seeing you, I pay attention to my people. Like I see you, and you got your guys that have introduced to this, and y'all have y'all teams and y'all posts and y'all groups, and I'm like, damn, like I can see the change. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, if I reach one person, that one person can reach another person. But regardless, if you reach one person, you made it better for that one person. And they always can look back and say, man, Hayes gave me the motivation to start doing this. And now look at me. So
that's all somebody did for me. A nigga changed my life with it.
Yeah.
I ain't even see it when he gave it to me. I was like, what the fuck is this? And now look at me.
And that's why I appreciate it. That's why I wanted to have you here. I do got a couple more questions that I didn't I thought about. I thought about them as we was going through this. So I don't know how the competitions go. Like I watched them, I seen them, whatever. But like, are there like weight classes in CrossFit? Like if you go compete, or is just the winner is the winner?
You're a man. They say if it's individuals, men compete against men, women compete against women. Like, and that's what most people think. They be like, well, how can you be so big and I'm expected to lift weights against you? That's what separate people. Like that grind, you thinking you smaller than me puts you under me in a weight class when you can lift as much weight as me. Right. But are you gonna do the work to like get to that strength level? Just like me, I'm big as fuck, but I gotta do gymnastics. A skinny person can do gymnastics with ease. It take a lot for me to put all this shit up there.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to do the work. So that's why it's just like you fall in your gender class and you better beat them motherfuckers.
But I mean, it don't get no fairer than that. Like,
yeah, like that's why I love it. It's like clear cut across the board.
Yeah. Whoever put the work in, that's
gonna show.
That's what's gonna show. The other question was, what's the hardest event or workout that you've ever done since you've been in CrossFit?
It was at the competition, Crash Crucible. It was a 1,000-meter run. You ever seen a air assault runner? the self-propelled joint is just like an archer, and it only goes as fast as you make it go.
Yeah.
The treadmill shit. It was a 1,000-meter run on that. Then I had to do 75 wall balls. So wall ball, you take a 20-pound medicine ball. You got to do a full squat, throw it to a 10-foot target. You had to do 75 of them, 50 GHD sit-ups on the big-ass sit-up machine, 25 ring muscle-ups, and then 50 GHDs again, 75 wall balls again, and then run another 1,000 meters. And that was like the nastiest shit I ever done.
And it was time?
Yeah, you got a 25-minute time cap.
That sounds 1,000 meters. I'd have been dead after that. I'd have been done after the 1,000 meters. Like,
yeah, that shit was nasty shit I ever done. Like, legitimately.
All right. So, and you say you have a competition coming up this weekend. Is that the open quarterfinals, or is this another?
Nah,
one?
that shit. The competition this weekend. That shit in Goldsboro.
Oh, for real? Where at?
Yeah. What's the Ash? CrossFit Goldsboro. On Ash,
Okay.
you know where Blockbuster Hollywood Videos and shit used to be at, and then they had that closed barn right beside Cam's.
Yeah.
Like in that big ass parking lot right beside Cam's. They turned that shit into like a CrossFit gym.
Okay.
Like that whole shit is a CrossFit gym now.
All right, I know what you're talking about. So if y'all watch this and y'all in Goldsboro, y'all got a chance to step in. You know, maybe that'll be the bridge for y'all.
That's why I wanted to do it.
See.
That's exactly why I wanted to do it. Because I was like my dad. I want my daddy, because he ain't never getting to see me compete and shit. I want him to be able to be there, because he 50, Joe like 56, but I still like the shit is literally for everybody. I got an old lady in my gym. She like 55. She be doing pull-ups and shit. So I be trying to talk him into it, but he never seen it in person.
Yeah.
So this is like that might be the drive. And they got like they got a 75-year-old age group. So it's gonna be like old people older than him literally out there competing for money.
Right.
And he gonna get to see that. And I know like that, him seeing them, it'll be the same for like when I was like, I know these motherfuckers ain't better than me. That he got the same competitive drive, so he's gonna do that to him. He's like, fuck no. I can do all this shit too. I just gotta learn how to do it. And then he gonna be in there on Monday.
Yep. So this line up perfectly then, because this is gonna come out on Monday, so they'll be able to see it and then go see that. So good luck. I wish you the best. You know, I'm always repping for the home team, regardless where we at. Go win and keep putting on, because
I'm gonna be out there in this.
Yeah.
Every time I get out there, I'm gonna be out there in this.
So like I said, you know, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. But like I said, man, I really I'm methodical, you know, with this, like, and I didn't want to, you know, we talk all the time. We stay on social media, whatever, you know, but I was like, for this to impact the way I wanted to impact, not just me, but everybody that I know, people that's gonna watch this, and as it grows to watch, I gotta have, you know, certain people at certain times. And I was like, this is the time I gotta have Hayes on to give this information, because it's an all-time high to focus on health at this point. Like, you know,
right
like
now, that shit life or death for real.
Yeah, like we out here getting sick, like, and not knowing like if you ever gonna be 100% again if you contract COVID. And me personally, like, if you get sick, you know, prayers for anybody who's dealing with it or who has dealt with it, regardless. If you catch it, or you know somebody around you has caught it, and now your health has been altered, that's the moment you say, okay, well, I'm still here. Let me work on myself to get healthy. And again, can't nobody, you know, we can't make y'all get up. You know, I haven't even done it, but I plan on getting into this, because I feel like I've seen more of the results of you and the guys that you posted than the people that I've seen go to the gym for the last however many years, you know. So I'm like, well, if I got to do it anyway, I might as well try to, you know, put my effort into something that I've seen actual results and the proof. But it's not just saying, hey, if you don't do CrossFit, you suck at life. It's just, hey,
see, that's what people be thinking I'd be saying.
Exactly.
Like, nah, it's some better shit out there.
Yeah, and it's a different approach. It's, you know, I always tell people, if you don't know something, is nothing negative about it. It won't hurt you to try it if you decide to try it. The worst you can say, well, I tried it, it wasn't for me.
You might not love it. It ain't for everybody.
Exactly. But I got an understanding of it, instead of just saying, well, I don't know, because I choose not to know. So I appreciate you for this. Thanks for the time. The last thing I want is to just let everybody know your platforms, and we spoke on the event that you have coming up. If you have any other events coming up soon, you could lay them out as well. But
I got hell of them.
Let everybody know where to meet you.
Instagram, the Hayes Effect is the.hayes.effect. My personal program, and me and two of my homeboys, one of them, he a kinesiology major at UCLA, and he CrossFit level 1 in California. Him and my other homeboy, he special forces. I can't tell you what he really do, but the nigga, he's special forces. We got a program, online coaching program, ran through an app called True Coach. If anybody want to get into CrossFit, we big on working with like beginners and like people that's like wanting to learn just like basic fitness, not even the competitive super crazy shit, but just like the basic fitness. And we can build you to that point if that's where you want to go. You that's at Hunger Over Excuses on Instagram. Competitions, I got the battle of the gold, battle of the borough. Then I got another crash crescendo or some shit. It's at the same place as Crash Crucible in South Carolina. Then Myrtle Beach is on Memorial Day weekend. And then second week of June, on Juneteenth, it's a Boston Invitational. It's a Juneteenth competition in Boston, Massachusetts. I got that on Juneteenth, June 19th. Most people, for people that don't know what that is.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So again, appreciate you. I'm gonna
it's
be
an easy way to make money too.
Hey,
if you want to get good at it. If I know people like money. If you need a second job, this is my second job. I just go around places on the weekends and try to make money.
Yeah, but you're doing something that you fell in love with. So it's not even like
it ain't a job.
It ain't hard.
I was gonna do it anyway.
Exactly.
That's the way I see it. I was gonna be working out somewhere anyway. So now I just go around looking for who got cash on the line. Like 2 weeks ago, me and a dude I never met before won a competition. We won like $700. We did like 3 or 4 workouts. Same shit we was gonna do anyway.
Exactly.
But just money.
This is a form of entrepreneurship, but it's all wrapped in one. You got your business, yourself, your own business, your team business, and you can meet somebody if y'all both in the same thing. Hey, let's go make this money. So it's always
because I never met the dude Dame. I never met him in person. Like we met through Instagram, like just in a group. It's a group of Black CrossFitters, a bunch of like prominent dudes, couple dudes that been to the games and shit. I met him in there, and we just like, it's crazy how a nigga you never met before can be like so influential like to your life. And that shit all stems from me just wanting to work out one day. Like without me just wanting to do CrossFit just one Thursday, none of this shit happens. Like the business don't happen, none of this shit happens.
Look at it now. So what 3 years from that time to now? 2 years from then till now, and
I got the rest of my life to go.
Yeah. So again, man, I know I said it, but I gotta keep saying it. I appreciate you, appreciate your time, appreciate the information, the feedback. Like I said, we chop it up a lot, and I've been, I know how you give it up, and I said I want to give it up like that, one-on-one with me. We can put it out to the people. So I appreciate it. Best of luck. I'm gonna be following. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
And once this goes up, everybody will know where to find you. And hopefully, like you said, you don't know how many you're gonna reach, but I feel safe in saying it's gonna be somebody watch this and say, let me give it a shot, just off the fact that of the messenger. You know what I'm saying? It's always a lesson in the message. So I think that's gonna stand out. So appreciate it again, man. To everybody watching, I thank y'all for joining in episode 3 of the Quality Time Podcast. Check the shirt and see y'all next time. All right, everybody, this is the perfect time segment of the Quality Time Podcast. Again, bringing y'all somebody, from my community who's doing something good, has their own business, a Black business. We got to support us before we support anything. This next guest today is my dog, I consider him a brother, fam. We've been knee high to the tree high with it. His name, we call him Jutt back home. His name's Justin Hall. He's the owner of Justo's food truck. One of my personal favorites. Every time I go home, I gotta pull up on him. He already know I might make the personal phone call and catch him at the house, but I gotta have it. I gotta get my fix. So I want to spread this word to everybody else. If you're not familiar, get familiar. Anytime you pull through North Carolina, stop in Goldsboro, pull up on Just Those, I guarantee you'll come back. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the Quality Time podcast. And thank you, bro. Thank you for giving me these few minutes to, help in my way, however I can to let the world know about Just Those. So the first question I want to ask you is, what made you decide to open up your own business?
The work ethic, man, it's been in me from, ever since we were knee high, that, you know what I'm saying? Really, the main thing is just really trying to set my kids up, you know what I'm saying, to be greater than what we was coming up, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get them a head start, something that a lot of parents didn't give a lot of kids, you know what I'm saying, because they didn't have the knowledge about it. So, my main reason for starting a business, like I said, is to make sure that my kids, when I leave this world, my kids got something. You know what I'm saying? They can say, Daddy left me this. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to work, they ain't got to work. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's my main reason.
Exactly. Feeding the seeds, like you said, feeding the seeds, giving them a head start. Exactly. So did you always know that it would be this type of business, even though you wanted that, you had that, that mindset? Did you know it would be the food truck type?
Actually, I didn't, bro. Because as you know, I started off with the detailing business. You know what I'm saying? Which I still love to do that too. But I had an old man set me down, you know what I'm saying? He shared some words of wisdom to me. He told me, when you start a business, make sure it's something that you can do 365 days out of the year. You know what I'm saying? Rain, sleet, or snow. Feel me? Yep. So that's what kind of, triggered it. I've been in the kitchen with mama since I was about 11. You know what I'm saying? So on top of what mama taught me, you know what I'm saying? On top of what, you know what I'm saying? I learned, taught myself, shout out to Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
Y'all know
Shout out to Mom Dukes for sure.
I already know without Mom Dukes, it ain't possible. You feel me? That's my business partner, my backbone right there. So, like I said, it's just, I never thought it would be a food truck. I mean, being honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It went from setting up the grill in front of Hills Beef and Pork Center, you know what I'm saying, to the next year having a food truck. So, it all kind of happened fast, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I never thought it would be a food truck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I thought detailing was what was going to take me on through, which is coming back soon.
Okay, all right. And it's crazy that you say that, like, you had the grill set up in front of Hills, because I remember one of the last times before the food truck, I had pulled up because I had came home and y'all were having the plates, and I said, all right, I got to pull up on bro. I got to pull up. So I pulled up, got two of them things, and then next thing I know, I get back, I leave town, get back home. A few months later, I see the food truck in the works. I'm like, oh shit, bro, moving, like okay. And from then on, like I said, anytime I come home, you already know I gotta, hey, where you at? When you setting up, I gotta pull up. So
definitely
for it to go that fast and to be so successful, like, you don't see that all the time. You see a lot of times people, they business, they'll try to go to the bigger platform too soon, and it'll set them back. But it seemed like yours was right on time. It was no hiccups, or at least no visible hiccups that we could see. Like anything was like boom. Yeah, it was just like boom. He on it. He on the next thing. He moving. It's been flowing ever since. And like you said, with the detailing business that is coming back, that's going to the next question. Is this going to be the only business that you operate, or do you want to open other businesses, or do you even want to expand Just Those also?
Well, number one, I do want to expand Just Those. My goal is within the next 5 years is Just Those gonna be all over the East Coast, from the top of the map to the bottom of the map. You know what I'm saying? There is no need to sit still. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? When we babies, we sit there, we can't move. We learn how to turn over, we learn how to crawl, we learn how to walk, and then we start running. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now I'm in my full running stage. You feel me? There ain't no looking back to the side. It's either you're on the boat with me, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you feel what I'm saying? And like you said about the hiccups come with every business. You feel what I'm saying? It's just all about how you react and you take to those hiccups. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Stuff come up every day. You feel what I'm saying? Stuff even come up when we out and we post it up. You know what I'm saying? Little problems here and there. But it's all about the bounce back. You feel me? Are you gonna sit there and let it get you down? Say forget this and pack up and go home, or are you gonna push through it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go on so you can make your money. So, it all boils down to having a mindset of doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Do you plan on having that, or do you want, as far as expansion, is that more of like just moving around more, or like having more food trucks? Like what? You ain't got to give up the whole plan, but
Yeah. I really want to get more food trucks. I ain't gonna say want to. It's in the works. Okay, so it's gonna be more food trucks. I don't really foresee a restaurant right now. You know what I'm saying? I love the food truck game because you never lock down to one area. You know what I'm saying? You can always move. So I know eventually. Go ahead.
And with the, like, again, a lot of things have changed due to COVID. Restaurants are really, they you can't operate at full capacity, so you cut your income back. With food truck, you are the restaurant. The consumer, they come get the food and they can do it what they want, or you can even set up, if you set up like you do sometimes, the picnic area to still have that type of restaurant feel. But right now, food truck, I honestly didn't even know how big the food truck game was until like I actually, sat back and started looking like, damn, like it's like and then like when you, like, for you, like I see you might be like, Justo's gonna be here this weekend, and you here this weekend. I'm like, man, it's food trucks everywhere, and you always show love to the other food trucks in the area that you at. That's one thing I salute.
That's what it's all about, bro. That's what it's all about. You it's enough money out here for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So to me, a lot of times when I say this, people take it the wrong way, but I see no competition. In other words, meaning if back home, you drive down Wayne Memorial Drive, you got Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy, you got all that stuff right there together. You know what I'm saying? And they all still business that's successful. You feel what I'm saying? You might have a family of 4. 2 people might want chicken, 1 person might want a burger, another person might want a taco. You feel what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I stay very versatile on my menu. Far as I can see, I'm like the only food truck that change their menu every time they come out. I mean, everybody I know, they stick to their same menu. You feel me? You don't never know what you might get at Just Those. Might get some oxtails. You know what I'm saying? You might get some turkey wings,
that menu drop is like, okay, I see where we're going this time. Yeah. And like I said, me as a customer, like I like that, because but it's always, even as you change it, it's always gonna be something up there that everybody wants. Like it's never just completely changed. So I like that as a consumer. Like I can come here and like you said with those other restaurants, they'll throw something new on the menu every once in a while. So what's the difference? But you do it every time, and I think that's dope to even to test yourself. Like let me see how this product gonna take instead of just staying in that box. So I definitely think that's real dope, and it's something that, like you said, a lot of people don't do. So you stand out by doing that. Like, well, we know Justo's, he gonna have something different every time we go, but it's always good. That's the last word. Is always good.
Yeah, the key of it is bringing your people quality food. I can't make nobody come by. All I can do is present it to them and present it in a good way where they say, "Oh, I got to go get it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can't really, like I said, you can't force people. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be at the stage I'm at right now, I'm very grateful to all my customers. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of loyal customers. You know what I'm saying? I got people that I be in the Goldsboro area, they can't get to me. I leave and go to another location. They'll drive 30, 40 minutes just to come get their plate.
Yeah.
So that right there just showed the love, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm very appreciative, you know what I'm saying? because without the customers, I mean, you have no business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, man, it's great. I love it.
Yeah. So I know we spoke earlier about, having your own business and, having your kids being that motivation, but overall, like, just why was it so important for you to have the ownership? Because, a lot of, ownership isn't for everybody. A lot of people, and working isn't for everybody, and working isn't a bad thing. Some people, they are cool with working their job, going to work every day, knowing they have that set, income and things like that, and being able to work and function off that. A lot of people, entrepreneurship is that's just not their thing. So why for you was it so important for you to know, like, if I'm gonna do something like this, I want to own it?
Because where we come from, our parents didn't have the knowledge of really teaching us ownership. They always taught us go to school, get good grades, graduate. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go to college, go to college. After that, you get a good job and you live the rest of your life. That's the only thing we was ever taught.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm always up for something outside of the box. You feel what I'm saying? Why? If I work at a job and they pay me $33 an hour to work at their business, imagine what they getting paid.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So why can't I be the one paying somebody $33?
Yep.
And I'm sitting in the big chair. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way of thinking. You got to always challenge yourself. If you challenge yourself, that's gonna make you do better. And there's gonna be failures. You know what I'm saying? But just because somebody tell you no, or just because something don't go through the way you want to do, that don't mean give up. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep pushing. Because I mean, where I'm at now, I got a couple of people that run food trucks that I can reach out to. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to one of my man's Magnificent Concessions. You know what I'm saying? Out of Raleigh. Charlie, he look out for me. Anytime I call, he pick up. You know what I'm saying? But I still had a lot of people that I reached out to when I first started that gave me false information or didn't give me no information at all. You feel what I'm saying? But now I see that's the same ones that come back to me asking questions.
Yep.
And I refuse to be how they was. I give them the knowledge because, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the only one owning ownership. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the more the better. No matter what color, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm always open to anybody. You feel me? If I can reach out and give you the knowledge that nobody didn't give me that I got now, like, here. And I pray to God that it takes you somewhere to help you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I ain't selfish, man. That's what it comes down to. I ain't selfish.
Facts. I mean, and it's crazy that the same thing you hit on was, that knowledge and us getting that knowledge and getting that knowledge. That's the same thing that me and Cheese hit on. We were talking about his CrossFit stuff, like getting that knowledge of, not understanding what this type of, training is for our people, and not just holding it like it was held from us. But now I got this knowledge, I'm gonna give it out too, because the more the better. It's the same, like, same word for word type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So that just shows that train of thought is why we trying to break that cycle and break that chain of not having that information and whatever it is, and give it out to the next generation, to our kids and things like that. So I really salute that, man. And I commend you for that. Cause again, like you said, you could have did the same thing. Like, well, I had to go dig and find out this information. Well, I ain't giving it to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Right. But instead, I'm gonna give it out because I don't want it to be as hard for you as it was for me.
Right.
I appreciate that. I respect that.
Yeah. Anytime you do that, man, God always bless you tenfold. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I have people that have, hit up my mama or hit me up. Like, I even get random calls during the week sometimes. Like, man, let me tell you, that food Saturday, bro. It was so good. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. And I'm talking about this people I don't even know. I don't even know people. You feel what I'm saying? So when you get phone calls like that and you get people telling you, you know what I'm saying? I have people tell me all the time, you can be so overwhelmed that you're going to have to turn people away. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I just feel like it's God on my side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just try to take it and run with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no need of sitting still, contemplating and wishing. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up and do it. You can't, in ownership, you can't be scared to fall. Cause you're gonna fall. There's gonna be times you're gonna slip and you're gonna fall. You feel what I'm saying? But it's all about how fast you get back up and turn it around.
Fact.
You know?
That's a fact.
So
So
it's all a mindset. You got to have the mindset.
exactly. That grind, gotta grind.
Yeah.
So was it hard for you to get once you got just those up and running, you had the idea, you finally put it in motion, got the truck, got everything situated. Was it hard at first to get your product like noticed and like trusted? Because when it comes to food, it ain't the easiest for somebody to say, well, yeah, it's new. Let me just go try it. You always, I'm gonna let you try it first, and then you tell me how it is. But how did that process go?
So I already had a lot of people due to me doing the sales, you know what I'm saying, from the Hillsview Port Center with the grills and stuff. I already had a lot of people that were on to my food, you know what I'm saying? But that was just far as like ribs and leg quarters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Fried fish. That's the only thing I ever really did. You know what I'm saying? But on top of the people that we already know that just come and I already knew I can cook, it was really just word of mouth, man. It's just like a internet trend. It only take one person to see it and share it with this person, and they're gonna share it with 10 other people, and they're gonna share it with 10 more people. You see what I'm saying? So it was all about being consistent. You know what I'm saying? Your food tasting the same. You know what I'm saying? Being on time when you're supposed to open. Getting people their food out in a good timely manner. You know what I'm saying? All that play in account. Everything. I try to run my truck to the best of my ability. Anything when I go to a restaurant I dislike, I make sure that don't happen on my food truck.
Gotcha.
You know?
Gotcha.
I don't want you to get home and open your plate and you ask for green beans, but you got potato salad. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Or I don't want you to come up there and when you get home, 2 of your items ain't in the bag. You feel what I'm saying? So I stress, I'm big on that when we're on the truck. Double check your orders, you know what I'm saying? Make sure everything in the bag. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead and get it on out to them, So
yeah. And that go a long way. That go a long way, man. For with your customers, like people notice the little stuff, just like you notice the little stuff. People notice that little stuff.
Facts.
So this is a question. I'm gonna go ahead and give my answer. The question to you is, what's your favorite? Because I know you got like you change up your menu, but you have some staples that everybody just know. Justo got this on the menu for like 9 times out of 10. Yeah. So what's your favorite item on the menu? Mine's is I got 2. I got the egg rolls and the turkey barbecue off top. That's my stuff. Okay. I gotta have my half a pound of turkey barbecue at all times when I come to the burger. So what is yours personally?
Man, that's hard, man. People ask me this all the time. I don't know, bro. Okay, so I'll give you from a cooking standpoint. I love cooking on the grill, so any of my grill food I love. You know what I'm saying? I take very timely proudness and joy into cooking on that grill. Feel me? Also, shout out to Corey right now, Coriante Thompson, because he got the grill.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He put some new works on it for me, too. So it's going to be even better when I get it back. But
I know about the inside job. Yeah, it's gonna be fire. Yeah, it's gonna be fire. Yeah. Shout out to Corey, man. Shout out to Corey for that.
So definitely, man. A lot of stuff that I like cooking on the griddle too on the truck, like quesadillas. You know what I'm saying? I just put out there week before last, we did the grilled shrimp with the bed of rice, and you still get 2 sides. So, bro, I got so much stuff that's my favorite. Like, I don't have no one favorite. You feel what I'm saying? Some stuff that I fix, I don't even eat. I just love to cook it. You feel me? And so it's hard, bro. The menu's so big now. Like, I never would thought that I would have a menu this big. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes I be forgetting stuff, like me and mom be like, what we gonna run this week? And I'll be like, man, I'll be sitting there trying to think, you know what I'm saying? I got to go back and look at old flyers like, oh, we ain't did this in a long time. Let's do this. Let's do this. You feel me? So it's, like I said, it's all a thought process, man, and just loving what you do. That's what make your business successful. You got to love it. If you don't love it, then you just there for $1. You know what I'm saying? But when you love what you're doing, it's way beyond $1. And the dollar come with it because you love what you're doing. So you putting your love into it, and people can tell. Like, people come to the truck and be like, man, this plate heavy, man. This plate heavy. Listen, I'm blessing. I'm blessing. Yes. No half of scoops over here. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that, right? I'm telling you now, I co-sign this 100%. If you get a chance to stop by, find them, follow them on social media. If you ever in your area, you will not be disappointed. You're not walking away from there with a skimp plate. You're gonna be able to eat something later on. Trust me. Yeah. You're gonna go back.
Man, I have so many people come up to my truck and order a plate, and they be like husband and wife. They be like, oh yeah, we'll split this. Yeah, baby, it's a lot. You feel me? And so, like I said, it's all about, it's the little things that separate you from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always tell my mama when we're in the kitchen. Don't switch up what we do. We're gonna stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Because if they know once something is their favorite, they looking for that same exact taste every time they come to the truck and get it. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, it go back to consistency. You got to be consistent with everything you do, especially when you're running your own business. Got to be consistent.
Facts. That is a fact. So before we go ahead and get up out of here, I do want to know, so do you have any place that you'll be coming up in the next couple months or couple weeks or whatever that you want to put out there to the people?
Yeah, so actually this weekend coming up, let me see, it's May 1st, right?
Yep.
Mistaken. Okay, May 1st. So we'll be at 311 East Ash Street again, right beside the Wells Fargo in Goldsboro. It's a pop-up shop. As you know, I'll be out there. I ain't really got the menu together yet, so it's gonna be a surprise menu. So what I need y'all to do is tune in to Just Those Grilling and Catering on Facebook. Also, Just Those Grilling. One is the business page, one is the regular page. Follow, add both of them. Also on Instagram, Just Those Grilling and Catering. So y'all add them pages up. I always post my menus early in the week. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all time to tell the family. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know where I'm gonna be at. So, like I said, this month here, I think I got about 4 gigs already lined up for this month of May. Well, for May. So probably by next week I probably won't have nothing open. I'll be booked. You feel me? I got
That's the best way to be.
Yeah, I got a couple of calls while I've been on vacation. So, I'm gonna get back to them today. But yeah, y'all just tune in to the pages, man. Like I said, when we get out there on Saturdays, we always go live. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all some view of where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Just a little brief reminder. But yeah, tune into them pages. Like I said, soon to be, they're gonna be Twitter pages. Like, I'm gonna be on all social media. You feel me? So, y'all give me a little time, work with me, but stay tuned in to the Facebook. Like I said, Just Those Grilling and Catering, and also Just Those Grilling for the Facebook. And you got Just Those Grilling and Catering for the Instagram. You feel me? So y'all ain't hard to find. Y'all come find me. Come pull up. You know what I'm saying?
And even if you just, again, if you're just in the area, just stop somebody and ask them where Just Those at. They're gonna point you in the right direction. In the city, Just Those is number one in the city right now. And we're gonna keep it that way until we don't want to keep it that way no more. And that's just how we gonna rock out.
Already.
I appreciate you, bro. Again, I know it's your birthday vacation weekend, so that showed me how much the love is there. A lot of people use their birthday, they out of the way, but you gave me this time to get this interview done. I appreciate it, man. Again, I just wanted to do this because I support us. You know how I rock. And I want to put this out to people that may be on the other side from the borough that don't know about Goldsboro, don't know about Just Those, and now they can see it and say, okay, well, next time I'm in that city, I've been through that city before, because a lot of people been through Goldsboro, they just don't know what's there. So now they can stop and say, I know about this food truck, and if I can do my part in helping that, man, that's what I want to do. But I want to do it with people that I know. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do it for some people you don't know for whatever reason, but I want to do it for the people I know, the people I seen the growth, I seen I seen the grill to the food truck to the expansion. So that's why it was important to me. And again, I appreciate your time, man. And thank you for joining. And thanks everybody for joining this episode number 3 of the Quality Time podcast. It's Quay,
Yes,
it's my man Justo, and it's
Yes,
like
sir.
that. Appreciate it.
Already shout out to Quay, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in to these podcasters now. I'm telling you.
Appreciate
Not
it,
miss
man.
out. Quality time. You feel me?
Appreciate
Already,
that,
bro.
man.
Love you, bro. Appreciate
For
you
sure.
again, man.
No doubt, bro. Love you.
All right, bro.
They ask for greatness, I promise perfection. Mama birthed the king, immaculate conception. I survived in the darkness and the shadows of death. And through all that I prospered, they formed every weapon. But I came so thorough, never changed my wardrobe. Took every scar with honor, I was raised in the burrow. Now I'm giving to me from the belly of the beast. I'm just paying respects, I'm just speaking my peace.